Okay, let's unpack this. You know how sometimes you grab a quick snack, barely thinking about it, and yet it turns out it's this huge global phenomenon, steeped in history, packed with surprising benefits, and maybe even a few hidden complexities you'd, well, never have considered. Well, today we are diving deep into that very snack, the humble banana.
Indeed. Yeah, it seems simple on the surface, doesn't it? We've gone through the complete banana guide, benefits, risks, and facts, and really tried to distill it down for you. Our mission here is to, cut through maybe some preconceived notions people have, give you the really essential insights, and reveal what makes this fruit not just like a worldwide favorite, but a true powerhouse with some incredible upsides, but also some specific nuances you should probably keep in mind.
And when you say global phenomenon, wow, you really mean it. It's not just that the average adult in the US eats, what, like 27 pounds of bananas every single year?
Yeah, that's right. Makes it the most consumed fruit there.
Which is wild. But what's truly fascinating to me is how this fruit, scientifically, it's Musa sapipi, right?
That includes bananas and plantains.
Right. So this genus started its journey way back in Southeast Asia and somehow became a staple across continents. You see India and China as leading producers now.
Absolutely huge producers.
But Ecuador is still a top exporter, shipping them everywhere. It's like, it's a fruit with a passport.
It certainly is a well-traveled fruit for sure.
Yeah.
And that journey, from Southeast Asia to basically every grocery store shelf, it's a really complex one, driven by some fascinating agricultural history, trade history,
Yeah.
but maybe beyond its global footprint. What is it that really makes this, super accessible fruit such a nutritional standout?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about too. We all kind of know it's healthy, quote unquote, but what's the specific like chemical cocktail actually going on inside that yellow peel?
Okay, so if you look at just, say, 100 grams of raw banana,
Mm-hmm.
the numbers are pretty impressive. You're looking at around 89 calories, about 22.8 grams of carbs, and 2.6 grams of dietary fiber, which is decent,
Okay. Standard fruit stuff, maybe?
sort of. But here's where it gets interesting. It's the specific combination of its micronutrients.
Right.
That often surprises even people who eat bananas all the time. You're getting a significant chunk, like 10% of your daily value for
Yeah.
potassium.
Right, potassium, the famous one.
Exactly. But also an even more impressive 22% for vitamin B6. Plus, decent amounts of vitamin C and magnesium, too. It's not just a sugar hit. It's more like a micronutrient delivery system.
Huh. B6, that's interesting. So, beyond just being that potassium superstar, which, like you said, is what most of us hear about, how does this unique nutritional profile actually translate into, tangible benefits for our bodies?
Well, a big one is cardiovascular health. Big one. And while potassium is widely known for helping with blood pressure regulation,
Mm-hmm.
what's often overlooked is how that potassium interacts with other compounds in the banana, how it helps prevent certain cardiovascular events. For instance, there are studies, like one back in 2011, suggesting that higher potassium intake can actually lower the risk of stroke by up to 24%.
24%. Wow. That's that's genuinely significant.
It is.
It almost sounds too good to be true just from eating bananas. Are there caveats, or is it really that straightforward for heart health?
Well, like with anything in nutrition, it's part of a bigger picture, right?
Yeah.
A balanced diet is always key. But the consistent evidence does point to potassium-rich foods. And bananas are a prime example as being a strong ally for heart health.
Okay.
And it's not just about the heart. This fruit is also quite the champion for your digestive system.
Ah, yes. I've heard they're good for your gut, too. But then sometimes you hear people complain they can cause issues. What's the real story there?
You're touching on a really fascinating nuance.
Yeah.
So bananas contain dietary fiber, right, particularly pectin, and that's generally excellent for aiding digestion, promoting a healthy gut.
Okay, standard fiber benefit.
Right. But here's where it gets really interesting, depending on the banana you pick. If you eat green, unripe bananas, they contain a significant amount of something called resistant starch.
Resistance.
Yeah. This type of starch actually resists digestion in your small intestine. It travels down to the large intestine, and there it acts as a prebiotic.
A prebiotic.
Yeah,
So it feeds the good gut bacteria.
exactly. It feeds beneficial gut bacteria and contributes to a healthier microbiome overall.
So wait, you can essentially tailor your banana choice to your gut goals. Like riper for general digestion, maybe easier to digest, but greener for a specific prebiotic boost. That's actually a great insight.
It is, yeah. It gives you a bit more control depending on what you're aiming for.
And okay, switching gears slightly, For anyone needing a quick pick-me-up, bananas are practically synonymous with energy, right? Athletes love them.
That's absolutely right. They're high in natural sugars. You got glucose, fructose, and sucrose in there,
Yeah.
which provide a very quick, very efficient energy source, hence the popularity with athletes.
Just a quick sugar hit then.
Well, it's not just a sugar rush. Remember that vitamin B6 we mentioned?
The B6 again.
Yes. Those B vitamins, particularly B6, are crucial for helping your body convert that carbohydrate energy efficiently. So it's sustained energy, not just a spike and crash.
Okay, that makes sense. And it's not just physical energy, is it? There's something about bananas and mood, too. Like a natural pick-me-up for your brain.
There absolutely is. Bananas contain tryptophan.
Tryptophan, like in turkey. Makes you sleepy.
Well, yes, it's the same amino acid, but its effect here is a bit different. Your body converts tryptophan into serotonin. And serotonin is that neurotransmitter, often linked with improving mood, feelings of well-being.
The happy chemical?
Kind of, yeah. Plus, that rich vitamin B6 content we keep coming back to. It's also essential for producing various other important neurotransmitters. So yeah, it's like a natural mood support packed in there.
That's incredible. A snack that literally helps your brain chemistry. Okay, shifting gears a bit again. A lot of people grab bananas for that quick energy, but how do they fit into the bigger picture of, say, weight management? Is it more complex than just looking at the calories?
It definitely is more complex than just calories. I mean, while a medium banana has around 105 calories, which is pretty moderate for a snack,
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
it also boasts a surprisingly high satiety index.
Satiety, meaning it makes you feel full.
Exactly. It helps you feel full and satisfied for longer, which can naturally help prevent overeating later on. So it's not just about the calorie count itself, but its ability to promote that sustained fullness, making it a really excellent, smart snack choice if you are managing your weight.
Okay, so far it sounds like an almost perfect food. But, as with anything, there must be considerations, things to watch out for. What are some of the potential downsides or maybe situations where we should be a bit more mindful of our banana intake?
You're right to ask. Nothing is perfect for everyone, always. The primary consideration for many people is their natural sugar content. A single medium banana contains about 14 grams of sugar.
14 grams, okay.
So for individuals who have diabetes, or maybe anyone just closely monitoring their blood sugar levels for other reasons, that's a significant amount to be aware of. You need to factor that into your dietary planning.
Right. Makes sense. And circling back to digestion for a second, you mentioned earlier how different ripeness levels can impact the gut.
Yep.
What should people watch out for there?
Yeah, it's a bit of a balance. Those unripe green bananas, because of all that resistant starch, they can sometimes cause bloating or even constipation in some people, especially if you eat a lot of them or if you have a particularly sensitive digestive system.
Okay, so maybe start slow with the green ones.
Probably wise. And conversely, very overripe bananas, the ones with lots of brown spots, they have a higher concentration of simple sugars, relatively speaking. So they can lead to quicker spikes in blood glucose compared to less ripe ones.
So ripeness really matters for both digestion and blood sugar.
It does. Paying attention to ripeness is actually key for managing those effects.
And I imagine, with all that potassium we talked about, which is mostly a good thing, it might not be suitable for absolutely everyone. That seems like a pretty powerful nutrient to just consume without thinking.
That's exactly right. You're hitting on another important point. People with specific kidney disorders, like chronic kidney disease, for example, they often need to restrict their potassium intake quite significantly.
Because their kidneys can't process it properly.
Precisely. So for them, bananas, because they're so high in potassium, might not be an appropriate choice at all. Could even be detrimental, in fact. And it's fascinating, isn't it, how something generally seen as universally healthy can, in specific medical contexts, require really careful consideration or even avoidance.
Definitely. Are there any other, maybe rarer but still important considerations? Anything we might be surprised to learn?
Well, yes, although it is quite rare, some people can actually experience allergic reactions to bananas.
Allergic to bananas? Really?
Yep. And this is often linked to something called latex fruit syndrome. It's where individuals who are allergic to natural rubber latex might also react to certain fruits, including bananas. It's because of similar proteins found in both. It's a surprising connection, highlights the complex biochemistry of food allergies.
Wow, latex fruit syndrome. Never heard of that. Okay, so this deep dive has really shown us, hasn't it, how something as seemingly simple and everyday as a banana is actually packed with incredible benefits, some really surprising nuances, and has this truly global story behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. If we try to connect this to the bigger picture for everyone listening, bananas are, I think, undeniably an accessible, usually cost-effective, and incredibly nutritious fruit. That much is clear, offering really wide-ranging health benefits, particularly as we discussed for your heart health and your digestive health.
Right. Major pluses there.
Huge pluses. However, as we've also discussed, they really should be consumed mindfully by certain groups, particularly those managing diabetes, anyone with kidney issues, or those with specific digestive sensitivities. Ultimately, like most foods, they're best enjoyed as part of a well-rounded, balanced diet, appreciating their nuanced role.
Right. It's not just a simple snack. So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Maybe the next time you peel a banana, will you see it not just as that quick, easy snack, but as this mini powerhouse with a really complex global journey, a surprising historical footprint, and a fascinating, pretty nuanced impact on your body, maybe even your mood. Keep peeling back those layers of knowledge. Seems like there's always more to discover, even in the everyday things.